Hi, welcome to another edition of Dress Up Mom. Today we're going to be talking about taking care of your clothes. Hopefully by now, if you've been watching this channel, you have or are developing a loving relationship with your clothes. You've eliminated all the clutter in your closet. The clothes that you have now are things that are right for your body type. They're in the right color, they fit you well, they're bringing you some joy when you wear them. Maybe even they're evoking a special feeling or a special person, and you are starting to remember that fun feeling of playing dress up. You're actually having a lot of fun getting dressed. So with things we love, we want to take care of them, right? Same thing goes for your clothes, your shoes, your accessories. They require loving care. So today that's what we're going to be focusing on. I used to think that the best thing I could do for my clothes if I loved them was take them to the dry cleaners. It was expensive, but I thought that's what I needed to do. Completely wrong. Dry cleaning is not only expensive, but it's really actually quite harsh on your clothes. It uses chemicals. Even the green dry cleaners, it uses chemicals. And I don't know about you, but I never really liked the way the clothes felt or smelled when I got them back from the dry cleaners. A couple of years ago, I was reading an article in the Wall Street Journal about a couple women who started a company called the Laundress. They had both a clothing background and a science chemistry background. And they claimed that by using their detergents and their methods, you could pretty much wash the majority of your clothes. I was a little skeptical at first. I went to their website, thelaundress.com, which is a fantastic website. They have a bunch of tips and these great videos, real how-to videos where they show you how to do this. So I got inspired. I started with their wool and cashmere detergent and their delicate detergent. And I started off doing a couple sweaters and a couple of my delicates. Well, I loved the results. The clothes came out smelling great, feeling great, and they looked really good. So I started doing more and more. I ended up buying the majority of their detergents. I watched their videos and their tutorials multiple times, and I tried washing pretty much everything that I owned. Now, there were a couple old wool things that shrunk a little bit, and maybe one or two items that kind of shrunk more than they needed to. But I was really surprised at how little shrinkage I got and how many things I really could hand wash myself and have look really great. I will say that on some of my sort of jackets and some of my silks, I still take those to the dry cleaner because I'm not able to get exactly the result I want, even with my steamer and steamer board. With the money that I saved on dry cleaning, it may seem like it's a big investment at first, but over the years of doing this, I've saved quite a bit on dry cleaning. I did buy a steamer and a steamer board. I'll show those to you in a little while, but I will say I absolutely love doing this. I also learned on the Laundress website to clean my washer and dryer, which I never thought about doing. They have a line of cleaning products too, which is great. One tip I will say, when you're buying resale, bring whatever you bought home and wash it using the system and the methods in the videos so that A, it's fresh and kind of you got whatever the previous owner had out of there. And you can tell too if something does shrink, you can cut your losses before you actually go and have something altered or modified significantly. So what I thought I would do next is show you actually how I wash some of my things and the system that I use, the items that I've bought that are all related to the Laundress and their products. So as I mentioned, here I'll show you how I do and the products that I've purchased to hand wash or machine wash the majority of my clothes. So as I mentioned, I love this line called the Laundress, and I've got almost all of their products. I even have their sweater stone, the comb. This is sort of great for any kind of stain solution. These bags are also important for the clothes that you're going to be doing in the washer, and I'll show you in a couple minutes how we're going to do that. I purchased at Target these just plain plastic bins with lids because I keep them in my garage and I keep them clean. I don't do anything else with these except use them for washing. I also have in each one of these clean white or beige towels that I only use for washing, and I put them in the washing machine after to keep them nice and clean. We'll show you what we do with these. As well, at Target, I bought these hanging racks. One for sweaters that has like the nice cloth, and this one more for things that can be sort of hung and draped. And I have my trusty Jiffy steamer, which is great. We'll show you this in action. And I also have this steamer board, which will show you how we use all of those things. So those are the products that we're going to be using. Bras require special attention. They're very important because they lay the foundation of your look and fit. It's important to wash them in a delicate, hand wash them in a delicate detergent every 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how many bras you have and how often you can alternate your bras. We're gonna do a whole nother session devoted on just undergarments, but for now, it is important to not wear the same bra every day. At least alternate between 2 bras every other day. It maintains the elasticity of the bras. So does the hand washing every 3 weeks. It's also a good idea to do the same thing with your bathing suits. Wash them in a delicate detergent by hand. So here I'm going to show you how I do my bra washing. I'm going to be using the Laundress's Delicate Wash, and I have my nice clean towels that we're going to use after, and I've got my little Target plastic bins. So what I'm going to do is just take a little, just a really little, like couple squirts of the detergent and put it in. And we're going to head right into my bathroom where I have a nice big tub. Any size tub actually would work with this, but I have this nice big one. So I'm going to put some cold water. Make sure it's real cold. I do that just to get the detergent, starting to be bubbly a little. And I have my bras here. I'm going to do 2 different bins, one with just my nice beige ones that I'll throw in here. And another with the dark. So we're just going to come back, start the whole thing, just a couple little drops of the Laundress detergent. I fill it up pretty much to the top. Next, I'm just going to take each one and just give it a little gentle scrub wash like this. You don't have to do a lot, just enough to loosen up any dirt. This will really help with keeping these all nice and elastic. Again, very gentle, just a gentle little rinse. So now what we're going to do is let these soak exactly like this for 30 minutes. Put my timer on, and then we'll come back and finish it up. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. The bras have been soaking. I'll show you what we're going to do next. I'm going to take the water out. While I do that, I take my towel and set it out here on the floor. Nice clean towel. Now I'm just going to take each one of them and rinse them off. Give them a little delicate squeeze. Again, you want to be real careful with them. And then we're just going to take them and lay them out here in the towel. And we roll up the towel. Just takes the moisture out of them. Then I'll show you where we're going to take and what we're going to do next. Okay, so the towel soaks up a lot of the extra moisture. And now the next thing I'm going to do is just put them on this rack that I showed you. Do them so the insides can dry out. Wash this towel, and that's it on the bras. Next, we're going to hand wash some wool and some delicate pieces. So I'll show you how I do that. The first thing I have is this really kind of special to me embroidered wool skirt. And I'm going to hand wash it. I notice it has a tiny little spot here. I must have gotten some food on it. So I'm going to take here the stain solution from the Laundress. I'm just going to put it on there. Take their little brush and just, it's pretty much out now. So this is one piece. The other items don't have any stains. I've already looked them through inside out. This is one of my favorite things. It's an alpaca poncho that I have that I want to hand wash. Again, most of these things normally I would have taken to the dry cleaners. And then this is a really fun Target Missoni sweater, and this is not wool. I've checked the label, and it has a little bit of wool in, but it mostly has rayon and polyester. So I'm going to use the delicate wash on that and the wool and cashmere shampoo on the two pieces. So let's head back into our bathroom. The delicate wash in here, just a couple little squirts for that. That's going to be for this sweater. And my largest bin is this one. I'm going to put the llama alpaca in here. The squirt of the wool and cashmere, and this is for my lovely skirt. So again, cold water. All of it always in cold water. The llama. And the last thing is a delicate solution with the sweater. Again, I'm just going to inside out. Okay, so we're going to let these set. Again, I'm going to put my timer on and we're going to let them set for 30 minutes and we'll come back and see them then. After watching the Laundress website, I learned that I also can put some of my wool things in the washer on my hand wash cycle using their detergents. So I don't have to hand wash everything. So I'm going to show you how to do this. First, I'll make sure you're checking the labels on things that are wool. If it's more than 50% wool, then you do it with their wool and cashmere shampoo. So this is a wool dress I'm going to use. You put it inside out. And then I'm going to put each of my items in one of these bags. I've also checked everything in advance to see if anything had any stains or anything I wanted to change. This is a wool dress, a Dior wool dress with a nice lining. And if anything needed any stain remover, I have a stain solution from them and a stain brush. None of it needed it at this point. So I'm going to take the dress. I will warn you that on your wool things, when they're drying, they're going to have a bit of a smell. They're actually going to smell like an animal, like a wool animal or a sheep or whatever they're made out of. Don't worry, because as soon as they dry, they're going to smell great because the wool and cashmere shampoo has a great smell to it. So I'm just going to take it. I have a nice washer. And it has the HE high efficiency setting. Their detergents do too. You only need a tiny amount. I put a little bit right in here. A couple squeezes of it, not too much. Power it up. Put it on hand wash. And get started. Okay, 30 minutes have gone by. Let's see what's going on with our woolen delicates in here. So they look great, still a little bubbly. What I'm going to do is I'll just show you with one garment because we're going to do the same thing with all three. So I have my nice white towels here, and in preparation I'm going to lay one out over here. Perfect. Just going to take some water and rinse it out real good. Okay. Squeeze it gently here. Now we're going to take and put it over here in the towel. Wrap it tightly. Again, this gets any of the water, so it's not like dripping water. Let's take this downstairs and put it on the rack. Okay, so the skirt is right here. And actually, my other wools just came out of the washer, if you remember. So I've got that sweater that I'm also going to put on the rack here. So let's put the sweater and lay it out nicely. So right out of the washer, lay it on the rack. Let that dry like this. And then we're going to take the skirt and unwrap it from the towel. Give it a little bit of a shake. I'm going to put this right here on the second rack to dry. Here's my wool skirt, or wool dress. What I'm going to do with this and the rest of the things in here, put them on a nice heavy plastic, because they're wet, hanger. This is the only time I use plastic. And then I'm going to just hang this up in my shower area and have it hang up there. And when it's dry, we'll come down and we will steam some of these things, as well as some of the other delicates that I have in the wash right now. The clothes that we washed yesterday are now dry, so I can go ahead and steam them. I use the Jiffy J2000, which I really love, the steamer. I got it online at through Costco. You just put a little bit of distilled water in it. I think it works really well. I store it, it's not too big, I store it in the garage. This is the Jiffy steamer board, which I also bought online, and this is kind of cool. I'll show you how it's really good for when you're doing shirts or things that you want to get a nice crease in. So it's nice to have the steamer because things that get wrinkled in your closet, if you have a smaller closet and wrinkled closet, you can also steam, but it's great for after you wash your clothes. So if you remember, I have the wool skirt that we washed, this embroidered wool skirt, and if you can see, it's kind of wrinkly. This is wool. And the inside lining particularly is wrinkled. This is a super old piece that was actually kind of almost a family heirloom. So I want to take good care of it. I'll show you how to do this one. This hanger comes with the steamer board, but you can use any other kind of you don't have to have a steamer board. You can do it on anything. It only takes a couple minutes to warm this up. I have sort of warmed it up already. You plug it in, and in a second we'll see the steam coming out of it, and it'll be ready. There we go. So the best way to steam is to take it and go underneath the garment. So I'm going to go underneath like this and start at the bottom. This has a little overlaid area. So if you look here, you can see how just going a little like this, it's going to nicely get all of these creases out. Be a little careful because sometimes it gets pretty hot. By the way, since I washed this in the the Laundress wool and cashmere detergent. It smells really good. It's nice and soft. So I'm gonna just turn it around. I can definitely fiddle with it a bit more and have it get, you know, a bit more, but you can already see how the lining now is all nice, unwrinkled, and this, I'll make it look a little bit nicer, but it will be ready to wear. I promise you, your clothes are going to love this extra attention. We're going to do a whole nother session on maintaining your footwear and leather goods. So for now, thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Please subscribe if you like it, and until next time, dress it up a little.